It's showtime. Hey, greetings, ladies and Gentiles, monkeys and reptiles, and welcome to another Trippy Food live stream. Hey, and if you if you know Trippy Food, you know that I'll eat anything you want me to eat. I'll swallow anything you want me to swallow, sir. Come on down, I'll chew on a dog. Hopefully Doodle didn't hear that. But welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, friends and neighbors, and those who durian pill coated Marmite. So those who are just tuning in and looking at the chat, they're wondering what this whole thing about durian pill coated Marmite, blah 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 is. It was based on Tom, old guy in Colorado's original statement of "There's no need to fear, old guy is here," which is basically a play on what Underdog used to say all the time. And so I responded to that with the secret compartment of my ring I fill with a super secret durian pill. It was energy pill on the show, but I switched it out for durian. So now we're on a side conversation about that, about durian pills and things along those lines. So, hey, how is everybody doing today? Happy Saturday to you all. Sunday, if you're watching from Australia. I have the blinds wide open today because it is overcast. They're expecting some sort of rain today, and it's supposed to rain off and on for the rest of the week, which is nice, actually. It's kind of a nice change for Southern California to have rain. So again, the blinds are wide open because I figured that if it does start raining and storming, it's going to get darker, and we're not going to have those goofy lines from the sun or anything else like that. So hopefully the sun won't come out, and we'll have perfect lighting. So let's just hope that it doesn't, the sun doesn't come out. And I mean, unless you're Southern California born and raised and you want the sun to come out and you want to be laying out in the backyard next to the pool. But me, I'm different. So let's see, how many people we got in the room? We got 7 according to that little thing, which I never trust anyways. Naturally we had Janice and Tom, old guy in Colorado. They've been there before we started, and it looks like Food Taster TV is in the room as well. Janice says it's already been raining. She's down in Orange County, which is maybe 30, 40 miles south of here. And she said it's been raining already. So we haven't had any rain yet, hoping for it, still waiting for it. I can't complain. I'm sure in some places that you guys have snow. Food Taster, do you have snow where you are? Is it, because you're pretty far north in Alberta, I believe. It's pretty far north, right? So do you have snow already? I miss snow. I really do miss snow. So I have to apologize. Adam, have in the room. Hey, welcome, Adam. To apologize up front. Terry, TH, last time complained that I didn't get to his question or his statement or whatever, and he lamented that it's probably because the room is getting crowded, which is a good thing, right? I mean, we want to be popular. We want to a lot of people to be able to join in, but the drawback to that on the opposite side of that spectrum is that I might miss somebody. I might miss comments or something, and I don't like to do that. I don't like to miss comments. I'm debating on how to approach that. I'm thinking that I need mods. I don't want to ask people to do mods, especially people who are like in the room all the time, which would be good people to have as mods. But at the same time, I don't want them to have to work. Well, first of all, because I can't pay them. Second of all, because it's harder to join in the conversation if you're busy watching the thread and making sure that I don't lose it and everything. So I don't know, maybe we'll self-police for a while until I can get mods. Maybe we can self-police and just basically have somebody either say, hey Val, you didn't catch this or whatever. Let's see. We did have some other people come in. Scott Mansfield came in the room. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? And Lynn 801 in the room. Lynn, you're in, I think, if I remember correctly, in the Toronto area. Are you? Do you guys have snow? Like, we're expecting rain today, which I think is a nice thing. But like I said, we take it for granted in Southern California. Things like rain and snow and things along those lines. So again, I would ask that maybe we self-police for a while, and if you guys see that I missed something, let me know. Bring it up. But I think eventually, especially when we start to get more and more people in here, we're going to have to do mods. So, it is what it is. Also, I want to lay down some ground rules only because we got a little bit iffy that last time. So again, let me reiterate this. Trippy Food is a family channel, and the live chats are family as well. Now, I don't say that meaning that we don't talk about adult things, or we don't, or we talk at a level that kids may not understand. We don't do that. But there are kids that will watch the live stream and then will watch the channel. I know that Rob Switch, for instance, Rob mentioned that he likes to watch the show with his kids, and he feels he can do that because we try to keep it, let's say PG. Try to keep it PG. And so let's continue to do that, and then won't have to start getting into okay, well, we have to block that and all kinds of stuff like that. I think people have been really pretty good about it, but a couple of times I've had to poke people and go, kids in the room. I mean, double entendre is fine, really. And then the other thing is political stuff. Now we don't get political here. This isn't the place for political. And like I said, maybe we can do a different kind of live stream or something else. If you want to get political, then I'm more than happy to do that, but not here. So let's if you want to talk about historic events that you attended or something from a historical standpoint, that's fine. But let's not get into name calling and whatever on anybody at all, former or current elected officials, etc. Just for the record, I'm not a member of any political party. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Libertarian. I'm not a Communist. Not a Green Party. Nothing. I'm unaffiliated, and so it gives me the freedom to be more unbiased. And so because just because of that, we try to keep it not political here, and so let's keep that unpolitical. I just saw somebody say, "Happy birthday, the Cassandra." It's the Cassandra's birthday. Oh, hey, glad to catch the stream. The Cassandra. So sometimes, you come in a little bit later and everything, and you miss stuff, and we start to do the cards, and I feel bad that we're doing the cards without you and everything. But I mean, I can't believe that you're spending it's your birthday, and you're spending it with us. So thank you for spending it with us, and a very, very happy birthday to you. Supposed to get snow on Monday. I hate snow. Adam, you are where? Adam, you are, I write this stuff down because sometimes I forget. Adam, you are in Maryland. Yeah, well, it's typical. I mean, has there been much snow this year? Maybe Maryland's, kind of in that same area like Pennsylvania and stuff like that. We used to get snow there in Pennsylvania. All right, Food Taster TV, we'll see you when you get back. Yes, west of Toronto. Everybody's saying happy birthday to the Cassandra, which is a nice thing. So happy birthday, Cassandra. Hey, Lola Debney in the room. Hello, Lola. Welcome. In the room, I am throwing it out. I am here if you want me as mod. I've been here for a while, and I get the theme. Oh, cool. Okay, thank you, John. I guess and I haven't had a mod before, so I guess the thing about having a mod is you pick more than one person just in case somebody can't make it and everything, but they're people who are, there for the whole stream, I think. So I will keep that in mind, and thank you very much, John. Darja King in the room. Hey, welcome back. We haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Darja King from Germany. Welcome. We have Germans in the room now. We have Europeans in the room now, which is nice. So everybody's saying hi to each other. That's okay. And again, I don't want to miss anything. So guys, keep me honest, seriously. So if you see that somebody mentions something that needs my attention or ask a question or something, make sure that I do that until we get mods, at least. John, you are not late. It's 1:09 p.m. You're 9 minutes late. I was watching Reisbeck. He's eating a burrito. Is that interesting, watching somebody eat a burrito? Well, okay. We should eat a burrito. Sunshine in Santa Barbara. Really? That's interesting. It's been overcast here all the whole day. So you're maybe about maybe an hour north. I don't know what that is in miles. Let's see. Dawn is in the room. Dawn is in Santa Clarita, California. Well, welcome, Dawn. Staying safe because of COVID. My fiance made me mom's cheesecake recipe. Ooh, and making me salmon later. Is that the reverse order? Should you have the cheesecake after the salmon? Or maybe make salmon cheesecake. There you go. Sleep schedule's been worryingly healthy the past 2 months. I went to bed before the stream. Oh, okay. Well, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Let's see. I think I'm caught up there. All right, cool. We have like 19, according to this, 19. I don't know what that is. I think it's 19 people. I don't know, but it's a decent number to get started. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to review our snacks for today. So we're going to start. I'm going to start with. Okay, let me turn the volume down on here because that's going to get really annoying. More annoying than me on the phone. My dogs like snow. My chocolate lab will literally go outside whether it's snow outside. Dogs do like snow. I mean, I've seen videos of them like diving into like big piles of snow, making snow tunnels and everything. So they do tend to like that. But you know, they got fur coats on, so you know, why not? I wouldn't leave them out there all night, but you know, still let them play in the snow. They probably enjoy that. Maybe they don't understand what snow is. Some of them. All right, so our snacks. So I'm gonna go from sweeter or lighter to heavier or stronger taste. That's like we do all the time. And then, like I said, if you guys want me to change that order, just let me know. We had snow last night. Didn't last longer than 24 hours there. Whereabouts in Germany are you, Dare Chicane? Okay, Jacob, or Dare Chicane, whichever you prefer. So we're going to start with this little snack, which is a chocolate snack from Italy. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. Okay, there we go. So this is Freddi is the brand, not Freddie Mercury, but Freddi is the brand. It is a Freddi, as far as I can tell, it is a coffee pastry, or they call it a coffee cake, I think, on their website. But it's not a coffee cake. It's a coffee cake, if that makes any sense whatsoever. From Italy. So that's going to be our first one. I'm going to go with the sweet right off the bat. Second, we have the company is called Shibuya Group. They are from Japan, and these are purple sweet potato chips. So that looked interesting. I'm going to try those. Live close to the Dutch border. So that's north and east, right? I think northeast. Is that right, Jacob? Have it after the salmon. We made it last night and set it in the fridge. Oh, okay, perfect. Hey, you don't have to listen to me. I mean, you know, fly your freak flag high. If you want to do the cheesecake first and the salmon second, it's up to you. You do that. Are the purple chips made from purple yams? Yes, they are. Well, or purple sweet potatoes, which I don't know if I think yams and sweet potatoes are two different things, but I don't know, you know, the whole ins and outs of sweet potatoes versus yams. It's purple, and it's either a sweet potato or a yam. So they say sweet potato. Next on our hit parade, this is Walker's brand, and I will tell you that if that logo looks familiar to you, it's because Walker's is a British Lay's brand. So these are British chips. Walker's is the brand, but it's technically Lay's, and these are Marmite flavored chips. So these could really suck. So we'll see. Where's your grandson, Dallas? Miss him on your show. Yeah, well, he just happened to, it was like one of those things where he just happened to show up here. And as long as he was here, I put him on. He has an open invitation. He is welcome anytime. He just doesn't happen to be here today. But he is funny, smart, and cute. My grandson, Dallas. That's funny, Lola, because he's your grandson, Dallas, too. Joshua Shoop in the room. Hello, Joshua Shoop. Welcome. Okay, we did the chips, and then last, as far as our snacks go, the company is called Coney Island Classics, and these are jalapeno popper flavored kettle corn with Himalayan pink sauce. That's a mouthful right there, but we thought we'd try that. We haven't done popcorn in a while, and that was an interesting flavor, so we thought we would give that a shot. One of the things that we haven't done in a while is a hot sauce. And I saw this at the grocery store the other day, and I thought I would pick this up. Now I will give you a caveat on this. This is the brand is Private Selection, and Private Selection is the house, like kind of upscale brand for Kroger. So the Kroger stores will have this Private Select. That's where you'll find this. And this is mango Scotch bonnet hot sauce, but they specify that it is culinary hot sauce. So my guess is that it's not really designed, you know, to put something on like eggs or something like you would put hot sauce on, but to use for cooking. It's a hot sauce for cooking. But the fact that it's mango Scotch bonnet, which is not a combination you usually find, I found that really interesting. But the thing that attracted me to it was the color of the bottle, that bright yellow color of the bottle. Because usually, I'm like, even habanero, it has that kind of orangey color and everything, but I've never really seen one that bright yellow. So I thought it was interesting. But we're going to eat it like a hot sauce here, but I'll also use it at some point in time for cooking as well. So yeah, that the Cassandra, it's a really unusual color. You know, like I said, it's a bright yellow color. Never really seen a hot sauce that color, so that's what kind of attracted me to it. But like I said, they specifically say culinary hot sauce. We'll find out exactly what that means, but we'll taste it. We'll see. You know, whatever. They known on the West Coast as Ralph's. Yes. Well, Don, Ralph's is a Kroger store. So in the Northwest in the Portland area, Fred Meyer's, or Freddy's as they call it up there, that's a Ralph's store. I think Food Lion might be a Kroger store as well, and I think even Food for Less is a Kroger store. So Kroger's, if you go to Kroger's website, they have a list of all the supermarket chains that are Kroger stores, and so they're all over the country. And like you said, here in California, Ralph's is the local chain, or one of the local chains, local Kroger chains. So we're gonna try this hot sauce today. And again, we understand it's a culinary hot sauce, and it's probably not going to taste like a hot sauce, you know. The interesting thing about Scotch bonnet is we haven't really done anything on Scotch bonnet on the show. We haven't had any Scotch bonnet flavored, so it's kind of an overlooked pepper or chili. So Scotch bonnet comes in at 100,000 to 350,000 SHUs, Scoville units. So it makes it equal to habanero. It's about the same as habanero, but it's a separate pepper. It just happens to have the same amount of capsaicin as habanero. So, but like I said, an underutilized pepper. Maybe we'll find out why when we actually go to taste it. So that is our snacks. Now let's go to our beverage. And our beverage is, the company is Campanology Brewing, and this is coffee peanut butter cup porter. So you notice that they, like, anytime you see like peanut butter milk stouts and stuff like that, porters and stouts lend themselves more to the coffee, chocolate, peanut butter flavors and everything. They're usually generally sweeter. They're good for like a dessert beer, and they're perfect for beer floats. So we're going to try this today. This is Campanology is from Waunakee or Wanaki. I'm not sure which. I think it's Waunakee, Wisconsin. And this little bottle is 9% ABV. So a little bit more potent than your average beer, and not as potent as some. But 9%, that's pretty decent, and that's a pretty big bottle. So if I happen to drink all that while I'm doing the live stream, game over. So we have Ariel handy. I have snacks in case Doodle shows up, but Doodle's busy out there, so he may not show up today. But if he does, I have his snacks ready. I felt bad about not having snacks for Doodle, or snacks that Doodle can eat. So if you guys are ready, we've got a room full of people. We might as well get started. So we will start on our first snack, but before we do that, and especially in lieu of the Cassandra, whose birthday it is today, we will read us a food and drink card. Now, again, if you're new, although I don't think anybody's new, I think I recognize most of the names as people who have been here before. The way this works is we will read you a food and drink trivia question, the ultimate foodie quiz. And if you know it, just throw it out there. And if you want to take a guess at it, you're not sure if you know it, but you want to take a guess at it, throw it out there. And if you want to look it up, Google it, and then throw the answer out there, free to do that as well. Because basically, there are no rules. Let's see. Your door is closed. How will Doodle get in? Well, Claudia will open it for Doodle if Doodle wants to come in. So he can. I like that, Jacob. He can knock. He does. He forgets that he has paws, and he thinks he has hands. So he does a lot of like hand things. Like if he wants you to pet him, like sometimes he'll just go up to you and go like this, with his paw, like tap you like that with his paw. When he's eating something, like if he's eating like a little rawhide treat and everything, he'll hold it in his paws like a hand and everything. So he might actually knock on the door or scratch, yeah. But knowing Doodle, he'd probably knock. I don't think he'll yell like open the door or anything like that, but you never know. All right, so our first card in honor of the Cassandra's birth. I hate that. Maybe I should bring it back here. I don't know. Put it in front of my face. I don't know, whatever. Hey, Steve Russell. Everyone says hi, Steve Russell, which means I missed Steve Russell. Welcome to the room, Steve Russell. Welcome back. So our first question. Yeah, I'll ask this. Why not? Not everybody knows this. I mean, most people probably do, but maybe not everybody. And it's only remotely food related. So here we go. The question is, which American artist uses Campbell's soup cans in his pop art? Again, the question, which American artist uses Campbell's soup cans in his pop art? So again, that goes on the back burner. Turn that volume down low. And let's start with our first snack. So today we're going Italian, and we are going to try the Freddi brand Ballerina is what they're calling it, which is a coffee. I'm going to call it coffee pastry, but they on their website they say coffee cake, and it's not a coffee cake like a Drake's coffee cake with that crumbly stuff on the top of it and everything. It's a cake made with coffee. All right, here we go. Ooh, that's a weird smell. Kind of a stinky smell. That's weird. Unless it's my hands. I took a shower. Ooh, look at that. That's interesting. Pretty. I don't know. Are those like individual little bars? Like, is it sliced? It looks like it is, but it doesn't look easy to cut those slices open. I was trying to separate that. It is sliced. But if you try to separate those slices, it looks like it's going to break. Maybe like put it in the refrigerator or something, get it cool, and then it will break apart and everything. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to take a bite out of it. Do you guys mind? Here we go. Ooh, it's a nice little thing of chocolate on the bottom. Ooh, that's good. The cake is moist. You know, sometimes those coffee cakes can be kind of dry, which is why they call it a coffee cake, because you want to drink coffee with it because it's so dry. This is not. This is really moist. The chocolate is nice. It's not like Easter Bunny chocolate. It doesn't have a really strong coffee flavor. So if you're like kind of on the fence on coffee, like let's say you like Dunkin' Donuts coffee because it's very weak, you're not a big coffee, you don't like that big, really strong coffee and everything, you would really enjoy this, I think. So yeah, that's going to get a big thumbs up for me. Viva Italia. All righty. Yeah, Doodle will definitely want that, and he definitely can't have that. So, hey, Stoner Kitchen in the room. What did I miss? Well, we just took a bite of our first snack, which was a Italian coffee cake. That's all you missed, really. Maybe some idle chit-chat, stuff like that. But other than that, you didn't miss anything. So usually when we're doing Trippy Food Beer Night, which we are today, we open the beer first. I guess I forgot. So we'll do snack, snack, beer, snack, snack. How's that? That work? What was the brand again? You would, oh, no, I have that here. The brand is Freddi, Freddi. I think it's Freddi. They're from Italy. And the product is called Ballerina. It's a Ballerina coffee cake. They call it coffee cake, but the company is called Freddi, Freddi. Jacob, I would think that it should be easy for you to get because you guys are like almost next door neighbors with Italy. So, hey, Amy Cakey in the room. Everybody say hello to Amy Cakey. Let's see, did I miss anything? Yes, Seriophile in the room as well. Hey, welcome, Seriophile, or Sam, whichever you prefer. Hey, REA Junior Music. Bob is in the room. Hello, Bob. Welcome back. Good to see you. Well, or good to see your presence. Let's put it that way, because I can't see you, unfortunately. All right, so let's go on to our second snack. So you guys didn't miss too much. By the way, Val, I tried the Fresh Catch beer by Narragansett Brewing. It was good. Yeah, Gansett is kind of like people kind of look down on it. It's not an expensive beer or anything, but it's generally pretty good. Like any of the Narragansett, just the regular Narragansett beer is usually pretty good. So, yeah, glad that was good. I'll have to see if I can find that. I'm trying to think, where did I see that? And then I remembered it was John's Marketplace, which is in Portland, Oregon, and that's not going to help me out too much. So maybe they have it at Total Wine and More. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to see if they have that and see if I can get that. We have a lot of those small cakes on the paper trays similar to that one. Yeah. I imagine you would. Let's see. What up, Val and Chad? Hey, Rob, switching the room. Rob, your ears must have been burning because I was just talking about you a short while ago. I was mentioning how because we were kind of setting the ground rules just especially for people who are new to the chat and everything. And one of the things was I saying is that we try to keep the channel and the live chat PG because we do have kids that watch it. And I was mentioning how you like to watch it with your son, I believe you said, because you know that it's like safe and you don't have to answer a lot of questions, or you don't have to say, son, never say that word. So yeah, Rob, welcome to the room. We were just talking about you. I'll try the watermelon Dells tonight. Okay, cool, Scott. Let us know how that is as well. All right, so next on our hit parade, we are trying the Shibuya. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Shibuya sounds like a marine greeting. I don't think it is. Shibuya Group. I think Shibuya is a province in Japan. I think Shibuya Group. And if anybody out there speaks Japanese or is familiar with Japanese culture, please tell me if I'm saying that right. Shibuya Group sweet potato chips, and these are purple sweet potato chips, which sound interesting. I don't think there's any kind of coating or anything on these. I'm just going to open these from the top. It's a prefecture in Japan. Thank you, Scott. That's what I meant, as opposed to province. But started with a P, sounded right. Thank you, Scott. But the question is when I'm saying it right. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Say it. Good when these, when the kids around, Daddy drops the mess. Yeah. We all do at some point in time, Rob. We've all done that at some point in time. And it's like, Dad can say that, you can't say that. And sometimes they will, but that's okay. Actually, it's what you say when something is about to go bad, but then great. Shibuya. Yeah, that sounds right. I forgot to read the answer on the card before we started our second snack and ask another question. So we'll go ahead and do that. I am pronouncing it correctly. The purple sweet potatoes are probably from Okinawa. Oh, cool. It says it's a product of Japan. So I would imagine it would be. They're not specific as to where the potatoes came from, but which is like if you ever go into a Five Guys, the French fries that they're serving, they always put on the wall exactly where those potatoes are from. So they mention the farm and they mention the city or area where those potatoes are from. So unfortunately, they don't do that. So I don't know, but I think you're probably right. They're probably Okinawan. Yeah, I like Five Guys too. I didn't know they had them down there, Five Guys down there. But yeah, I really like their fries, especially like the way, like when you go in there and you order a small order of fries, and they take a cup, like a cup about that big. They take a cup and they take the scoop and they fill that cup up with the French fries. So they put it in the bag. Then they take a whole scoop and they dump that on top, just right in the bag, right on top of the thing. So their small order of fries is bigger than anybody's big order of fries. So it's all pretty good. If you're ever going to Five Guys, just know you're spending $90. Well, if you're trying to feed like 4 people, yeah, I would say that's probably going to get close to $90 and everything. It depends on how, like, if you get the big cheeseburger, which is the double patty, get the big cheeseburger, and you get it with bacon, and you get it, and you get fries on the side and everything. Yeah, you're probably getting close to $90 and everything like that. But just the small cheeseburger, or what do they call that? The little cheeseburger. If you usually get the little burger, you don't get the bacon, you don't get the cheese. You got like 80 toppings you can put on top of that. It's somewhat reasonable. Maybe it's going to go $12, something like that. It is pricey for the quality, I guess, or for the level of where they are as far as burger places go. But Tom, you've never had Five Guys. How close is the closest Five Guys to you, Tom? Because this could be your homework assignment where you have to go out and try Five Guys. Oh, you don't have Five Guys in Mexico. I love it when you visit the U.S. Yeah. Yeah. So when you visit the U.S., where do you usually go to California? Where you're in? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mexico City. Where in Mexico exactly are you, Sam? Can't believe how much fries you get at Five. Yeah, it's crazy. It's cool. They give you free peanuts and they're really good. Yeah, I don't know how that works in times of COVID because now it's just takeout only. But I think you could, even now you can still go in there and go, hey, can I get some peanuts? And they'll put a little boat full of peanuts in the bag. So it's kind of weird. Family of 4. Yeah, it's going to be about. That's good. You're probably right. You're spending about $90. Thought Five Guys wasn't that expensive in the States. That they marked it up over here because of the novelty. No, it's on the expensive side. For me, it's worth it because I like their burger. I like the meat. It's more coarsely ground, so it's not like all. It's not really dense like most of the other fast food places, like In-N-Out, Burger King. Theirs is denser, and Five Guys is not. Five Guys is more coarse, and I like that because it's like. You just sink your teeth into it and it just kind of melts away. So that's what I like about it. About 300 miles to the closest Five Guys. Okay, well, maybe it won't be your homework assignment then. Maybe it'll be like your summer vacation project to check out Five Guys. So next time you're 300 miles from home, check out the Five Guys. Do you prefer boiled peanuts or roasted? I like peanuts, and I like them all kinds of ways. So I like the French burnt peanuts. They're not burnt, but they have that kind of candy shell on them. I like those. I like boiled peanuts. As a matter of fact, Steve, we did a Trippy Food episode at a peanut farm in Virginia where we tried the boiled peanuts. I like boiled peanuts. I like the fried peanuts, the deep fried peanuts where you eat the shell and everything. Deep fried, those are pretty good too. So yeah, I don't know if I've ever met a peanut I didn't like. Can you eat in restaurants here? Have to have a mask on or when standing away from your table? Here in LA, because we are now an epicenter for COVID, and so here it's like you can't eat in restaurants. You can't even eat outside in restaurants. At least in LA County. I think some of the other counties are that way. I don't think it's the whole state of California because I think some counties have it under control. But LA County, anywhere in LA County, you can't eat outside. The tables are all blocked off and everything, and you can't even do that. So until we get our act in gear and get it together, it'll be that for a while. So we just passed the 400,000 death mark for that. So not in California, in the U.S. in general. We do not have it under control. I'm in Guanajuato. I think I'm saying that right. Guanajuato, right in the center of Mexico. Yeah, I thought you were near, which is near Mexico City, I believe, right? Go to the U.S., it's different places: Vegas, New York, Dallas, Miami. Wow, that is a lot of. Okay, cool. Well, let us know if you ever get out to the LA area. Places where they have Five Guys. Tell me you don't go on vacation just to places where they have Five Guys. That would be funny. I like their beef. Usually ask for a grilled cheese and add patties to it to make a patty melt. Yeah, it comes out to $15. It is expensive. You're right. Absolutely right. Their hot dogs, though, not good. So I've had the hot dog at Five Guys. Not good. So and I'm a hot dog aficionado. So that's my comfort food. Not good. We had Five Guys the first time a couple months ago, and they gave us a bag of peanuts to take home. Yeah, I thought that was the case. They're no longer out where you scoop it yourself, but I think you can ask for it, and they will give you a boat full of them. Hey, Starfly, welcome to the room. Good to see you again. Everybody, welcome back, Starfly. Our original question was, which American artist uses Campbell soup cans in his pop art? And I think everybody got that right. I saw a bunch of people jump. I have to scroll all the way back up to see that. Where was that? Where were the people answering that? Because we just keep on going and it just keeps on going. Because somebody, if I remember correctly, I didn't want to focus on it because I didn't want to give the answer away if somebody wanted to guess at it. But I think somebody mentioned, the Cassandra. We have a limited edition Warhol Campbell soup can. So that's kind of cool. And everybody else said it was kind of cool too. But I think everybody guessed Andy Warhol. Yep, Don said Andy Warhol. Adam Hab said Andy Warhol. Lynn801 said Andy Warhol. Tom, old guy in Colorado, said Andy Warhol. Scott Mansfield said Andy Warhol. Jacob Derek Jacane said Andy Warhol. Janice said Andy Warhol. Everybody said Andy Warhol. Nobody was wrong. It's Andy Warhol. I thought that was a relatively easy one. So we're going to open up the Shibuya Group sweet potato chips, purple sweet potato product of Japan. So we need to read a card first. We're just getting ready to our second snack. Let me scroll back down so make sure I didn't miss anything. I did not miss anything, except I missed Snorkel coming into the room. Everybody, welcome. Snorkel as well. You guys are really good about it. I don't even have to ask you anymore. I don't have to say welcome to the room because you guys are you're right on top of it. Everybody's like says hi to people when they come into the room. I love this community. I really do. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm serious. I love this community. All right, our next question. No, I'm not going to ask. Really, they give you multiple choice? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. I will read it just for the sake of to see how silly it is. The question was foie gras comes from the liver of which animal? Horse. A is horse, B is goose, and C is pheasant. So it's obviously goose. I think it can also come from duck. I think you can also have duck foie gras as well. But I thought that was maybe. I'm not going to say as easy a question as ridiculous as the other answers were. So duck, duck, goose. Yeah, goose. But that was so I wasn't reading the question. I spoiled it. We put it away. We'll go on to our next question. Yeah, there's a good question. What type of milk is a basic ingredient of Thai cuisine? Again, the question, what type of milk is a basic ingredient of Thai cuisine? So that goes on the back burner there. Turn the heat down a little bit. Let that sit. And let's open up our purple sweet potatoes chips. Look at you on top of it, throwing that stuff out there. No smell. Oh, that is purple. Those are purple. What's funny is that they have this kind of glaze on it. It's kind of weird. I wonder if that's like a sugar glaze. Let's see. Let's look at the ingredients here. Ingredients: sweet potato, sugar. That's the second ingredient, and they are sweet potatoes. So sugar is the second ingredient. It's really the biggest add-on ingredient. Sugar, rapeseed oil, palm oil, rice oil. That's 3 different kinds of oil. Oligosaccharides. It sounds like a kind of sugar, saccharides, but I'm not familiar with what oligosaccharides are. Maybe you guys know. No artificial colors or flavors. So that's purple. That's a natural color. And salt. So and salt is the last ingredient. So I don't think it's going to be really salty. It's like sugar is in front of salt. So I think these are going to be sweeter than salt. Now they say purple sweet potato chips, but it sounds like they're sweetening the sweet potato chips. So they're making them sweeter potato chips. So here we go. Oh yeah. That is a thick coating of sugar on the top of it. That is the first thing you taste is the sugar on the outside of this chip. It just tastes like sugar. You can't taste the potato. You just taste sugar. That's crazy. I don't know why they feel they have to do that. It definitely makes them crunchier. It's not your typical potato chip consistency. It's not crispy. It's crunchy. There's a crunch to it. There's like a thick sugar glaze on top of that. I'm going to give this a thumbs down. And the reason I'm giving it a thumbs down is because all I'm tasting is sugar. You get the sweet potato at the end. The sweet potato flavor comes in at the end. But they murdered flavor comes in at the end. But they murdered it with sugar. And maybe that's because they wanted that crunchiness to it or anything. But if you're a chip fanatic, right, and you want that sweet potato flavor, and maybe with a little bit of saltiness in it, the salt is like almost non-existent. Like I don't even know why they even listed salt because I can't taste salt on here. All I taste is sugar. It's gonna be a thumbs down for me. Sorry. And it's Doodle! Hey, Doodle! He didn't knock. He didn't ring the doorbell. He opened that door. Hey, Doodle. Calm down, Doodle. Where are you? Doodle, come here. Come here. Come here. He's freaking out here. He's kind of like doing this little dance on the floor and everything. And it's like I'm trying to pick him up, but he's so excited that he can't stand still. Come here, Doodle. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Here we go. Here we go. There he is. There's Doodle. Hey, Doodle. How you doing? I know, you smell food. You want a snack? I have your. He's trying to lick my snack off my face. No, Doodle, I have a snack for you. Here, hang on a second. Let me give you your snack. Do you want the dead fish or do you want the chicken? I'm going to give you dead fish. How's that? We'll start with dead fish and we'll work our way to chicken. Wild caught Baltic sprat, Doodle's dead fish snack. There you go, Doodle. He's happy, and off he goes. See that? No loyalty. No loyalty. Just came in for a snack. Well, the door's open. He can come back in again if he wants to. That was Doodle, everybody. For anybody who didn't know Doodle. Wait a minute. What's he doing? Oh, okay. I went out of focus there for a second. That's weird. My camera's doing some funky stuff. Doodle, you can't just like eat snacks all day. Pace yourself. Pace yourself. You'll be 400 pounds in no time. I'm going to wash that sugar out of my mouth. Dead fish as opposed to the alive fish in the other bag. Yeah, like the kind you get with like goldfish in it and everything. I bet he'd eat a live fish. I bet he would do it. I might do it. Hey, Doodle, hang out and I will get you another. No, get out of the trash bag, trash barrel. Then hang out here and I will get you another snack when I have another snack. How's that? How's that sound? All right, so we did snack. Time for our alcoholic beverage, and you cannot have an alcoholic beverage. It's bad for dogs. It's bad for some humans too. So again, it's Campanology is the company, Campanology Brewing from Waunakee, I think it's Waunakee, Wisconsin, 9% ABV, and this is their coffee peanut butter cup porter with peanut butter powder. Oh, they're saying peanut butter powder, coffee, and lactose, which is that milk, or did they extract lactose from milk? If you're lactose intolerant, I would advise against this beer. All right. So John, you're saying your favorite part is Doodle? Doodle is your favorite part of the live stream? I should give him his own live stream, but he's not very talkative. Wait, I didn't answer the card, did I? Let's see, we have 3 cards. Yeah, I did not answer the card. The question was, what type of milk is basic ingredient of Thai cookery? And everybody said coconut milk, and you are absolutely right. So maybe it wasn't a difficult question, but it was a fun question. All right, here we go. Julie is not in the room. She cannot gauge my pour. I am drinking this out of a Samuel Smith glass because Samuel Smith does nice stouts. I don't know that they do a porter. I don't think I've ever had a Samuel Smith porter. Ooh, that is dark. That is like not see-through. That is like I would hold it light up to it. You wouldn't be able to see the light through there. The light will disappear into that, just be swallowed up into like a beer black hole. So, nice. Yeah, this probably would be good cold. So I had it in the refrigerator. I took it out maybe half an hour before the show and everything. So it's kind of like not quite room temperature, but it's cool. But this is a good, I think, a good stout or a good porter, I think you can drink at room temperature and then they're going to be pretty good. Usually the stuff that you have to drink chilled is stuff that tastes better when you drink it chilled because it's questionable. I would say that maybe like a fruity IPA you want to drink cold because then it's like fruit. You have that cold, fresh fruit taste in there. If it's a fruity IPA. But something like a porter or a stout, I think room temperature is really nice, or cool on the cool side. I think most beers they say to either serve between room temperature and 45 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's what it is. Jacob, do you in your beer experience, is there like a better temperature for certain beers, or not exactly? How does that work? Hope it's cold. So it's not cold. It's cool. Let's put it that way. That's like oatmeal stout dark. It is. Ooh. So there is a slight amount of bitterness there. And it's not as sweet as I thought it would be. You definitely taste the peanut butter. You get that peanut butter taste. It doesn't taste milky. So I guess, the peanut butter milk stout and everything. I'm I'm trying to taste the coffee in here. And they said porter with peanut butter powder, coffee, and coffee. Okay, so there's coffee in here. That's really nice. And the thing that I like about it is it's not as sweet as it could have been. So they could have gone the route of making it like really, really, really sweet, and it's not. So there's like a slight bitterness to it. It's really nice though. And it's not like you would think it'd be very creamy. It's not really creamy. Doodle's licking my hand. He's trying to lick snack off my hand. That's really good. That's going to get a thumbs way up for me. That would be perfect for a nice scoop of vanilla ice cream. Make yourself a beer float. That would be perfect. Really good. Like I said, I like that peanut butter taste in there. I like it's subtle. It's not crazy. It's not overwhelming. The coffee notes and everything, really, really nice. So, yeah, thumbs way up on that one. Blonde beers like Pilsner are usually enjoyed colder than darker, heavier beers like stouts and out. That's what I would think too. All right, shotgun that beer. No, wrong channel, Rob. We don't do that here. I'm a sipper. It's not that we don't do that here. So I don't do that because if I shotgun that beer, that's like, the rest. I don't know what would happen in the rest of the show. So I would be totally out of it and everything. Plus, I think YouTube's cracking down on that kind of stuff. So, which is like, I don't know if you guys, any of you who are aficionados of reckless eating, they had to delete hundreds. I mean, literally hundreds of their videos because they did away with or YouTube started flagging the chugging video, the videos where they were chugging beer, not even vomiting, just chugging beer, or beer drinking competition and everything. They had to get rid of all their videos. So yeah, we can't shotgun this because they would probably give us a strike on that. They would probably not give us a strike on that. Reckless Eating, they have what, 650,000 subscribers, something along those lines. We have just over 4,000. So they probably wouldn't even notice if we did it. But we don't do it because then we'd be useless the rest of the day. Papa YouTube is sucking the fun out of things. Yeah, and I don't know why they do that, because it's like their own material, like the big paid material and everything. They don't do it for them. They just do it for like the independent channels and everything, which kind of sucks. But I don't know why they do that. They get more and more restrictive all the time. So it sucks. But that's why if any of you do subscribe to or watch Reckless Eating, they're going through something right now where they're having to rethink how they want their channel to be, because they want to make sure that they're doing videos that aren't going to get strikes or aren't going to get them taken down. And they're trying to figure out what that is. And I noticed a lot of people leaving comments on it. Goes, oh, but we like those videos. Well, it's not an issue of whether people like the videos or not. It's an issue of whether they want the channel to be able to continue. So give them positive feedback if you get a chance and let them know. Or if you have ideas for stuff that would probably not going to get strikes moving on. So like they're not going to get anything violent, anything like guzzling alcoholic beverages, vomiting, any of that stuff. And again, you just have to kind of anticipate what's going to happen in the future and everything. I think our channel's safe. I think we're relatively safe. We don't do crazy stuff like that. So I think we're relatively safe. But Reckless Eating is going through a hard time right now because, like I said, they had to delete literally hundreds of videos. So, give them your support if you've been giving them your support. Let them know. Yeah, is it 300, Tom? 300 videos gone from their channel? I know it was like something like 300 or 400. I'm outside getting my mail. It's cold out here in New York. Yeah, well, it is January still, and then it's like February. Sometimes it's colder. So, I used to live in the Boston area, and so yeah, February would be even colder. January, every once in a while, you'd have one of those days where it gets up to 50 degrees, and you put on the shorts and T-shirt, and you go out there and you horse around in the 50-degree weather. Here, it gets down to 50 degrees, and people are wearing parkas and gloves and hats, looking like Bernie Sanders. So. Yes, John, Reckless Eating. What did I say something else? I'm sorry. YouTube is also flagging beer games like beer pong. Yeah, like main event pong. They're going to be screwed, I think. But yeah, it's too bad. It's really YouTube really seems to like to pick on Reckless Eating. Well, they pick on channels that are making a lot of money. Or making a decent amount of money, let's put it that way. With 650,000 subscribers, yeah, you're making some decent money. And that's who they're picking on because they, you know, they want their money to go elsewhere. So Reckless Eating is a friend channel here. Lots of follow or have collaborated with them. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. You guys are doing that. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Again, because like I said, Terry, TH, last week mentioned that I didn't get to a question that he had asked. And he said, you know, sadly, because we're getting very popular, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to miss anything. So that's why, you know, I apologize if it interrupts the continuity, but I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. I've seen channels where people smoke weed. I think there's a legal thing where from a federal level where you can't smoke weed on YouTube. So Amy, maybe it's an issue of they're just a small channel and they haven't noticed, but they have algorithms that pick that stuff up. So I honestly don't know. Matt also said they got a copyright strike for a video that he deleted. Yeah, well, so the thing is their algorithm still looks at the deleted videos, so you have to fight YouTube on that, on even stuff that was deleted, because they still find stuff that was deleted. I only had one issue on a video. I'm sorry, two issues. One was a copyright strike because there was some Dolly Parton music playing in the background, and we were like, yeah, okay. And I suppose we could have taken it down or anything, but we just let it. And so like, okay, we're not monetizing that video. That's fine, you know, whatever. And that was fine. And then the other one was, it wasn't a strike, but no, I think that was probably it. And that's probably the only thing that we encountered. We try to make sure that there's no copyrighted material in the videos or anything. We've been lucky here, not too bad till now. Oh, hey, Drew Horst in the room. Just stopping by before I go into work. Well, good to have you here. Maybe you can listen in on your way to work, but if not, hopefully we will see you next week. Emerson Angris, I do not recognize your name, Emerson. Are you new to the channel? Are you a new subscriber? What part of Boston do you live in? North Shore. I lived in Malden, Medford, Revere, and Bedford. Those are the four places I lived in. But that was over a period of like 23 years, something like that. So yeah, I grew up in the Boston area. I was not born in Massachusetts, but I was a kid in Massachusetts, and I grew up in the Boston area. So where are you from, Emerson? Let's see. It's 22 today. Give me them 50s. Yeah, well, you know, you can't have 50s all the time, or you know, you wouldn't appreciate it. Although I say that living in Southern California, where it's like it drops down to 60, and I'm like cool, and everybody else is like, I'm freezing. They're not freezing because they can't present ice. 2 centigrade. Let's see, 2 centigrade. I think 32 Fahrenheit is 0 centigrade. So it's cold. Either way you look at it, it's cold. I think it's around 35 Fahrenheit. I think you're right, Jacob. It is around 35 Fahrenheit. So we did 2 snacks. We did 2 snacks. We did our alcoholic beverage, which I'm going to sip on for the rest of the show because it is so good. I've been sub for a long time. I just rarely go on YouTube anymore, so that's probably why you don't recognize my name. I live in Brighton, Mass. I'm sure I know exactly where Brighton, Mass. But it's like it's right next to Alston. So Bun Ratties was a club. When I was in a band, we used to play at Bun Ratties all the time, which is right near Brighton, kind of over there near, sort of near Brookline. I don't know if that's considered. I don't think that was ever considered North Shore, but I think it's considered like. And most people consider Brighton part of Boston. It's not. It's a separate city. But I think everyone considered that like part of Boston. Well, like even me, like I say, I'm from Boston, but I never lived in the city of Boston. I lived on the North Shore. The city's in the North Shore. I always said I'm from Boston. All right, time for another snack. So we are going to do these, and I'm a little bit frightened of these. So these are Walkers, and again, Walkers is the UK brand of Lay's. I think maybe Lay's bought Walkers or something, but Walker's chips is owned by Lay's, which is why their logo looks exactly like the Lay's logo. And these are Marmite flavored chips. Now this says 100% great British potatoes, and maybe they are British potatoes, and maybe they are great, but the Marmite, probably not so much. I think maybe we will open these from the bottom just in case. Okay, so if you've ever opened up a jar of Marmite, you get that kind of crankcase oil smell. These don't have that. Now these are, you can see a little flecks of brown in there, which I think is the Marmite. Other than that, they look like the standard chips. Yeah, I think the Marmite is probably the dark part, which is really is essentially how you really should eat Marmite on toast anyways. Is my first mistake eating Marmite the first few times I went to the UK was I saw it on the table and I go, I got to try this. And so I would take a couple pieces of toast and just slather Marmite all over it. And I was told, that's not how you eat it, which probably explains why I didn't like it, even after like 2 or 3 tries. And so what they say you should do is, I think we did a Marmite episode. What they say you should do is put butter on the toast and then put like dots of Marmite and then just kind of like mix it in with the butter and then eat it like that. And I tried that and that was actually pretty good. So I think that's what the missing component was the whole time. So I'm seeing like little dabs on the chips, which I think, again, I think those little brown spots are not tumors, but in fact Marmite. So we will go ahead and try these. Janice, thank you for reminding me, but it's too late now. I didn't do a card, you're right. I'm sorry about that. It has that saltiness of Marmite, which if you've ever had Marmite, it's like extremely salty. It's like salty 100,000 mile crankcase oil is what Marmite tastes like thick sludge. It does have that kind of yeasty taste to it. It is a yeast product. It is a byproduct of beer manufacture, I think, originally. These aren't bad. These are not bad at all. So the Marmite flavor in here is subtle. And it does have that savory saltiness to it. There is that Marmite, that sour Marmite flavor on there, but mixed in with the potato, I mean, on top of the potato chip, it's really nice. I was scared of this. I'm actually gonna give that a thumbs up. Those are actually really, really good. I don't know that I would eat something and like put Marmite on. I say that, and I've done like 4 episodes right now where I've used Marmite. Well, actually pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna thumbs up for me. What did I miss over here? Let's see. You need to do a card. Yeah, we already caught that. Let's see. Marmite is some nasty stuff. You're absolutely right, Rob. Rob, if I'm not mistaken, you did Marmite a few weeks ago. I think you did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you were like eating a spoonful of it or something like that, which I would never do because that's just horrific. That's like I would want to smash my head against the wall repeatedly if I did that. So I think that's what you did. If I'm not mistaken, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you just did a Marmite episode a couple of weeks ago, and I think that you were eating a spoonful of Marmite. Which is like, it's like it would ruin my day. That would be like hell, pure hell. Marmite sounds like something you need to see a doctor for, and it tastes like something you need to see a doctor for. I did an extreme version review. Now, well, that explains that. So Rob, I would suggest at some point in time that you try it just like as it's designed to be tried. It was like I said, put it on toast, put butter on that toast, just dots of the Marmite on it, kind of mix it in with the butter and everything. Try that and see what you think. I'd be curious to see what you think of that because it does take on a different, it tames that beast. Let's put it that way. I would eat a live goldfish, but not a spoonful of Marmite. I'm with you there, the Cassandra. I would do that as well. Of course, then again, me eating a live goldfish wouldn't be a tough dare. It's like, Val, I dare you to eat a goldfish. I will give you. Oh, okay. So there we go. I like that review. Okay, that's Tom talking about pain and Marmite. So we have 1 snack left. Let's go ahead and read the card. We're really good on time today, and maybe it's because we're limited to 1 alcoholic beverage, 1 beverage. So I think the thing is we really run close to 2 hours when we're doing 3 beverages. When we're doing the soft drinks one, and when we're dealing with 1 beverage, the beer or an alcoholic beverage. Right, so far it's only been beer, but I think that's why we're doing good on time. So we have an hour left. Do you like Del Taco or Taco Bell better? Taco Bell. And that's not a really high bar, Taco Bell. It's just that Del Taco is really bad. Every time I've had Del Taco, it's been really bad. It's just like mushy, runny. It's bad. Like I get like a beef burrito, and it's like they say there's beef in here. There probably is. I'm not tasting the beef. There's something smushy in there. I'm thinking that's beef. They did that spicy chicken thing, and we went out and tried that. I think we did an episode on that. We did the spicy chicken thing. Not spicy at all, and their chicken tasted like Mrs. Paul's fish sticks. It was the same texture and everything. It was like wasn't good. So yeah, I've never had a really good experience. I've gone to Del Taco when they've done interesting things, to have them on the YouTube channel and everything. But I would never go and visit a Del Taco. And basically, I've had some of the Taco Bell stuff, and to me, it seems like it's been better than the Del Taco stuff. But that's just me. I do want to go to Noggles. I think it is Noggles, which is like the predecessor to Del Taco. Now, it's not the original Noggles because they were bought by Del Taco, or they were turned into Del Taco. But I think it was, I can't remember how long ago, somebody decided they were going to do, they were going to use the Noggles name and open a place called Noggles, which was like Del Taco before it was Del Taco. So I'm interested in trying that. I think they're down in Orange County, so they're probably down close to Janice. So next time we go down to see Janice and everything, maybe we'll go to Noggles. We'll do something like that. What is the difference between a porter and a white or red? White, that's W-I-G-H-T, not white, W-H-I-T-E. Well, a red beer is a red beer. I mean, if you hold up, it has a red, like a ruby red color to it. I'm not sure what a white is, but a porter is usually very, very thick, very, very sweet, and very, very dark. So that's, to me, Cole, that's what I'm not a beer. What do you call a beerologist or whatever? But I'm pretty. But those are generally what I believe the differences between a porter, a white, or red. I'm not, like I said, I don't even know what a white is. And welcome, if I neglected to say welcome, welcome to the room. Okay, the picture, it looks like a wine bottle. Oh, you're talking about this? Yeah, it looks like a wine bottle because it's pretty big. It's big for a beer bottle, especially a beer bottle that's 9% ABV. But yeah, it's really good. Noggles was thumbs up. I never ate at a Noggles, so that's why I'm anxious to see if somebody ate at a Noggles before it became Del Taco, and then eating at a Noggles and seeing does it match what it used to taste like when you ate at Noggles before it became Del Taco. I'd be interested in seeing that. If Del Taco's is anything like Taco John's, no thanks. I don't know, not having been to Taco John's, based on your description of it, Taco John sounds really, really bad. But Del Taco's, I don't like Del Taco. It's kind of like I feel now I have to try Taco John's just so that I can compare and say where it is. But I would have to at least try it once. Hey, Julie, you are never too late, Julie. Julie in the room, welcome. You missed my poor Julie. That's kind of what's left of it, but you missed that, so you'll have to watch that in replay. There's also port wine, so the confusion is understood. Yeah, it can get a little. I'm not a what do you call a wine connoisseur? There's a name for it. I don't know what it is. I'm not one. I'm also not this name equivalent of a beer. I know what I like, but and I know a little bit about beers and stuff, but I'm in no way an expert. Doodle, I do know, for those of you, that Doodle did come in the room. He did kind of give me that little tap on the leg and everything. I think he wants a snack, and I think he'll be back. There is a Noggles in Stanton near Buena Park. There we go, Janice. So the next time we come down there, we are going to Noggles. Would you guys like to see a Trippy Food episode with Janice going to Noggles? Give a thumbs up. We'll do it. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Julie's yelling out Doodle, but he's already gone. Let's see. Feed Doodle chicken snack. Yes, Snorkel. I'm sorry. He's gone. He'll be back. I promise you he'll be back. He had the dead fish last time. We'll give him the chicken this time. Hey, Jesse Torres. Welcome back. Good to see you. Everybody say hello. I'm sure you will. I don't have to. Let's see. Hi, Amy. Everybody's saying hi, hi, hi. I don't want to miss anything. Wino. Yeah, maybe that is somebody who really, I was gonna say knows a lot about wine, but you really don't hear anybody going like, if it's sure just right, which is why those little Irish roses is like really, really good. I would pair that with like a mac and cheese or fish sticks. Yeah, something like that. So wino, maybe it is wine. Sommelier is what is what they call wine experts in French. Yeah, and then restaurants have a sommelier, so it's the guy who knows what wines they have, and somebody says, "I'm having the octopus. What wine would you recommend?" And then the sommelier would tell them. So I think that's how that works. Chloe says, "Hi, Pops." Well, hi, Chloe, and so I'm glad you're watching. It's good to see you. I mean, I'm not seeing you, but I'm seeing your name, and so hi, I miss you. Hi from Pops. And that's by no means a slight for Haley. Hi to Haley as well, but Haley may not be watching. So Chloe, here's your homework assignment: is to tell Haley that Pop says hello as well. So thanks. I'm just like, I can't leave this beer alone, but we got to move on. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I like this one. So we got one more snack left. Let's do our snack. We'll do a card for this. And again, for those of you who just came into the room, know that it is the Cassandra's birthday. So happy birthday, Cassandra. And every card that we read today is in the Cassandra's honor. So, hey, pretty girl E. Pretty girly, pretty girl E. Pretty girly, pretty girl. Hey, hello. Welcome to the room, pretty girl E. I do not recognize you. Oh, you're Chloe. Oh, okay. All right. Well, welcome to the room, Chloe. Glad to see you here. And everybody, remember the discussion we had at the beginning about being a PG channel? Chloe is Chloe's little girl. So, pretty girl E is Chloe. I got that because she said it's Chloe. Okay, everybody's saying hello. Okay, great. All right, time for the card. Doodle's back. Wait, Doodle's back, and I neglected him last time he came in, so it's time for his chicken snack. And again, you guys saw both the dead fish snack and the chicken snack when we did the Dog Eat Dog live stream, where Doodle and I shared snacks all day. And so so these were both in the live stream. I'm going to give him a big piece. Like that. There you go, Doodle. And off he goes. No loyalty. You just came in for a snack. I do like these, though. It's like chicken jerky. But it's not... like Claudia says they're too bland. But it's like you can't put seasoning in it. There's nothing in it at all. No salt, no pepper, no nothing at all. Just chicken. And they slice it very thin and they bake it. These are really actually pretty good. Good beer snack. Okay. I didn't ask the question because Doodle came in and was mooching for a snack. So, forgive me for a second. These are really chewy. Really chewy. But they're good. It's just like pure chicken. Pure chicken flavor because it's pure chicken. Chicken jerky. Yeah, a little bit. Crispier than jerky typically is. But yeah, I would call it chicken jerky. That wouldn't be or pollo seco, maybe. All right, our question. What sauce is named after a river and a state in Mexico? Again, the question, which sauce is named after a river and state in Mexico? Sam, Seriophile, I would expect you to answer this one. But, maybe not. Last snack. All right, here we go. So, again, it's really getting dark out there, which is nice. But I can see that the video is pretty good still. We still have enough light, so we're good. All right, so again, these are Coney Island Classics, and Coney Island Classics is a company from Valley Stream, New York, which you would think it would be from Coney Island. They're not from Coney Island, they're from Valley Stream, New York. And these are jalapeno poppers, kettle corn with Himalayan pink salt. That is a mouthful. They're jalapeno poppers, Himalayan pink salt. I'm guessing coating. I'm gonna open those upside down. I got chicken in my teeth. Doodle, pace yourself, dude. Pace yourself. I'll give you another snack in a minute. You can't have these. These are jalapeno poppers. I'm going to be cleaning up after you all afternoon. You can't have that. I'll give you another snack in a second. Chill. You gotta pace yourself, man. It smells like popcorn. That's what we're looking at right there. Kind of an odd color, like a caramel color. Some of it actually looks burnt. I don't think it is burnt, but it kind of has that burnt look to it. There's like, I don't know why that's dark, because it doesn't look like jalapeno. I don't know what that is. All right, here we go. Cheers. It's sweet. So there's sugar on there. It's like what do they call that? It's not caramel corn, but not caramel. Kettle corn, I guess, is kettle corn. They always put sugar on kettle corn, I think. I know you meant pops, but it looks like poops, but that's okay. Haley is in the room. Haley is my other granddaughter. So welcome, Haley. Good to see you online as well. I miss you too, Haley. I wish you could be here to eat some of these, because they're not really hot. You wouldn't burn your mouth. They have a channel in the works. So Haley and Chloe have the Goonie Foods is the name of their channel, and we're trying to get that off the ground, but it's not off the ground yet. But it should be soon, I hope. These are nice because they're sweet, but they definitely do have that like jalapeno. I would say more of a jalapeno burn than a jalapeno flavor to them. So it's kind of weird that sweet and hot at the same time. I'm not the world's biggest fan on kettle corn, but that's a nice blend of sweet and hot. It's like, it's buttery. It's with Himalayan pink salt, but they're not really overly salty. Oh, that jalapeno kind of builds. So actually, you know, take a handful of that, take a second handful of that, everything, and the heat actually builds on them. That's really nice. Thumbs way up on that. Those are really good. Everybody's saying hi. You want a taco? I can't give you a taco. I could make a taco and slip it in there, but you wouldn't be able to eat it. So I'm sorry about that. I haven't had a taco in a long time. I'm going to be making a taco in the next couple of days, in an episode that is going to air in a couple of days, and that's all I will tell you about that. That should be interesting. It's not going to be your traditional taco, so it should be interesting. Oh, one something I want to ask you guys. I got a gift card for an online shop for Christmas. Where can I order sweets and snacks from the U.S.? Anything I have to try? I'll tell you what, Jacob, send me an email, val@trippyfood.com. Send me an email, and I'll respond with some stuff. Maybe some stuff that we had here, or something that's like unique that I think is worth trying. But anybody on the channel as well, you know, throw out some suggestions for Jacob, Dare Jacane as well. So wash that down with the beer. Wow, I think everything's a thumbs up. Except those purple potato chips. I'm really disappointed in that, because I'll tell you what, Doodle, I know you want another snack. I'm going to give you some more dead fish. How's that? You got another dead fish snack? Yeah? Here we go. Dead fish. Oh, there he goes. And there he goes. Those are a really strong smell, too. All right, let's see. We did all our snacks. Let's do this. So we are going to do an assembly here. You could call it a concoction. I'm really disappointed in these chips. Really disappointed. That sugar, just too much. All right, so we're going to start with this on the bottom. Let's see. Let's put some Marmite chips on that. This bread is going to be horrific. They do have a really strong smell. Let's put a couple of these Marmite chips on there. Oh, wait, hang a second. I'm sorry. Before we do that, let's try the hot sauce. We didn't try the hot sauce. So again, this is Private Selection, which is a Kroger brand. It's Kroger's like upscale brand. And this is Mango Scotch Bonnet. And I chose this because of the color, because Scotch Bonnet is underutilized in hot sauces. It's the same number of Scoville units as habanero, so it's that hot. And this is a culinary hot sauce, so it's mainly designed for cooking as opposed to, you know, splashing on your eggs or something along those lines. Don, are you on your way out? I see you say first time on this chat, it was fun. It sounds like you're on your way out. So hopefully we will see you again. Where are you from, Don, by the way? Do I know you, Don? Because I know a few Dons, and I don't know if you're a Don that I know or a Don that I've just met. Either way, welcome, and hope you come back if you are on your way out. Let me guess. That is, no? Okay. This channel and its regulars are always a fun time. Yeah, absolutely right, Julie. Absolutely right. All right, here we go. I'm going to do some on the finger first. It's really thick. I'm going to have to use this for cooking. There we go. It's strange because it has a creamy consistency. So it's not like it doesn't taste like there's a lot of vinegar there. It doesn't taste like a vinegar-based hot sauce. I can't read this thing. Hang on a second. Oh, still here in Santa Clarita. That's right. I'm sorry. My bad. Ingredients. Water. Water is the main ingredient in that. That's bizarre. Water, mango, sugar, distilled vinegar. I don't taste the vinegar. That's really weird. Distilled vinegar, Scotch bonnet peppers. They taste that. Salt, modified cornstarch, citric acid, spice, xanthan gum, sodium benzoate, and sodium metasulfite, preservatives, cascabium oil. Not sure what that is. It sounds like capsaicin. Yeah, this is really weird because it's not. This does not taste like something you would use as a hot sauce. It's not. It doesn't have a strong vinegar taste. It's very, very thick. It's very, very creamy. There's nothing. There's no kind of milk or anything else like that. It does have the Scotch bonnet flavor, but not heavy Scotch bonnet flavor. It seems like it has more of a mango flavor, but it definitely has the Scotch bonnet burn. So the burn is there. It's just the flavor is not crazy, and it's almost like a mango smoothie kind of flavor. So yeah, again, I see why it is a culinary hot sauce, something you would cook with, rather than something that you would just like sprinkle on something like. But it's really unique and interesting. I like it. So let's go back to our concoction, or however you want to say. Have you seen the show, the Santa Clarita Diet? I have not, but Amy, correct me if I'm wrong. That Santa Clarita Diet is human beings, I think. But I haven't seen the show. Is it on like Netflix or Amazon, or is it on some other channel, which is maybe why I haven't seen it. Let's see. It's funny. I've seen the film here. I've seen the first season. Enjoyed it. Okay. All right. I just don't want to miss anything. I have. Let's see. Do I have? Yes, I do. Hang on 1 second here. Out of my bat pouch, which is like a bat belt or a utility belt, but you know, I have all the things that you would need for a culinary road trip, and that includes a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. All right, so I'm going to take a slice of that coffee cake from Italy, and we're going to put that on top of the chip. This is going to be bad. There we go. And let's see if we can stick some popcorn on there. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to just embed that popcorn into the cake. That should be enough. And let's see. Let's do a dab of the hot sauce as well. Why not? Oh, it's raining. Well, it's gotten overcast here, but it hasn't started raining yet. I'm looking forward to when it does. Let's just do a little dab of that. So you drop on this popcorn, drop on that popcorn, drop in the middle. Maybe. There we go. All right, here we go. Cheers. Chocolate right off the bat. Now, it seems to me that mixing those things all together brings out the vinegar in that hot sauce, because now I do have there is a vinegar taste and I don't want to say texture, but the sense of vinegar, that acid from that hot sauce that comes out with everything else. But it's really nice with the chocolate on it. It tames the purple sweet potatoes because that's like all sugar, and it kind of tames that. I still don't taste the potatoes in there, but the Marmite chips, or Marmite crisps as they are, that's pretty good. That's a really good combination, I think. I was thinking that like with the chocolate in it would be like a little bit bizarre, but it's not over the top. It's not crazy. It's pretty good, actually. So I'm gonna give that concoction thumbs up, and I'll be snacking on this stuff for a while. So Haley, I don't know what you just posted, or you're just typing stuff. Maybe it's code. I don't know. PC Val Skank concoction. Maybe it's kind of it's the same thing. It's like when Reckless Eating used to do that on the main shows, and they used to call it a skank concoction. It's funny because I just filmed a main show with Reckless Eating with Matt, only because Chris couldn't do it, because Chris is a little bit out of the picture because of COVID, not because he has it, but because has exposure, and so I did the. It hasn't come out yet, but for some reason I asked Matt. I says, "Do you want to do a concoction afterwards?" And he said no. So we didn't actually mix everything together. And I think we had like 10 things that we went through, but we did not do that. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. In California, Haley. Oh wait, hang on a second. Not for me. Overall, I bet the hot sauce would be good on the chicken jerky since it's just plain chicken. Well, the Cassandra, let's find out. Wait, actually, let's answer the question. Our question was, what sauce is named after a river and state in Mexico? And let's find the answers of that. Let's go back and stop spamming, Haley. That wasn't the answer. Let's see. There's Chloe. Okay, here we go. The Cassandra said Tabasco. Janice Yamanaka said Tabasco. Tom, old guy in Colorado, said Tabasco. Jacob Darjacane said, I don't know, Tabasco. Dawn said Cholula, which is a good guess. Everybody's saying Tabasco. I wonder why. Oh, because it's Tabasco. All right, there we go. So this, let's see. Let me scroll back down, see who that was. Somebody was, anyways, it's getting late. Love being back here, and we'll try to make it a habit to show up from time to time. We'll shoot you that email. But now, thank you, Jacob. It's always good to see you again. We haven't seen you in a long time. You're always welcome here. It's nice to see you. So just assume, unless I send something out to the opposite effect, that we will always be here at on Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific time every week. So like I said, unless I send something out saying, well, we're going to have to do it on Sunday, or we're going to change it, or we're going to miss it or something. Every time. Frank's, he said Frank's, ha, ha, ha. Did I say something that referenced Frank or Frank's? So let's see, Mountain Dew, I've lost in your box. Oh, okay. Let's see, vibe, everyone say goodbye. So it's funny that Julie mentions Frank's, because my other child, Julie, they were. I was talking to them one day, and I was asking when they were little, and I was asking if they knew where their uncles' names came from, or our names come from. So I mentioned that my name came because I was born near Valentine's Day. So that's why I was named Valentino. And then I said, "Oh, do you know why your Uncle Philip's named Uncle Philip?" And she says, "No." And I said, "Because my mom said I've always liked Prince Philip." And I said, "And do you know where your Uncle Frank got his name?" And they said no. They said from a hot dog, which I thought was hilarious. Uncle Frank got his name from a hot dog. So that's when you said hot dogs. I mean Frank's. That's kind of what reminded me of. Oh, Frank's hot sauce. Okay. No, not my brother Frank's hot sauce. Just Frank's hot sauce. Okay, so let's try this piece of the chicken. I'm going to do a small piece of the chicken only because it's really chewy, and I don't want to eat up all his snacks either. So the chicken dog snack. Oh, I just opened the top of that off. And the thing is, I wouldn't mind pouring it like that. With my luck, I would end up like this. The thing would just come gushing out. Would be like all over the place and everything. So let's try this hot sauce on this chicken. This culinary hot sauce. Cheers. All over my desk. You're absolutely right, Julie. That's what would have happened. Frank is your son's middle name, Don? My brother Frank is actually named after my grandfather, my mother's father, who I think is Francesco, because he was from Italy. I think he's Francesco, but everyone called him Frank. Good call. That hot sauce is really good on that chicken. Yes, Don, you called? Is that you didn't know my name was Valentino? That's nasty. My middle name is May. That's right, Haley. I remember when you were a tiny little baby. And I do mean tiny. Oh my God. So Julie, maybe you weren't here last week, but somebody had mentioned, we were talking about Susanna Hoffs, and I was sharing the story about Susanna Hoffs and the whole kissing Valentino and asking for my autograph signed to me. And I don't even want to talk about it because it was heartbreaking. My heart was broken. Steve Russell, that is Valentina hot sauce. I don't know any other Valentinos, but I think I know 3 Valentinas. Isn't that weird? No Valentinos though. Does anybody out there know another Valentino? Yes, Julie, she broke my heart. She did break my heart. I was like, after that, it's like, I don't care how hot you are, Susanna Hoffs. You and I are done. Okay, so we have time now because we have like a half an hour left. So it's cool because we can get to a lot of these things that I've always been putting in the back burner because we just have time. We've gone through all our snacks. I'm going to eat some snacks and drink this while we go. But we get to talk about all these things that I've kind of put in the back burner and everything just because we never had time to talk about it. We have a half an hour left, so we have time to and there'll be thought starters or things that are interesting. So let's talk about Hot Pockets, shall we? So I don't know if anybody out there is a fan of Hot Pockets. I don't know if you've had Hot Pockets before. I've had Hot Pockets several times, and I would rather have Del Taco than Hot Pockets. I do not like Hot Pockets. Yes, Julie, we're just about to get to that. So my best friend's son is named Valentino, but we call him Tino. But it's funny, Amy, you mentioned that because that was my nickname growing up. And then for some strange reason, as an adult, I didn't like the nickname anymore. So I started going by Val. But yeah, I understand that. So that's unusual that you know somebody named Valentino because I don't know any. I've never met anybody else named Valentino. I don't even know if I know a famous person named Valentino. I was going to say besides me, but I'm not famous. Okay, so we are talking about Hot Pockets, and Julie was right. So they were recalled, and the reason they were recalled is the story according to Patch.com, which I guess is a Texas thing, Texas news outlet. Tons of Hot Pockets recalled after glass plastic contamination. Now, I don't know if you've had Hot Pockets, but my question is this. How would you know that your Hot Pockets are recalled because there's glass and plastic in it? Because to me, I mean, like maybe your mouth would start bleeding on the glass, but typically, especially if you're eating that Hot Pocket right out of the microwave oven, your mouth's going to bleed anyways from the hot lava in there. Yes, recalled after glass and plastic contamination. They were not specific as to what date it was or anything. They just said tons of Hot Pockets recalled after glass and plastic contamination. So it's kind of an odd thing, because usually when you hear of things being recalled, it's because they have E. coli in them or listeria and everything. And it always cracks me up when I hear like a vegan arguing that oh, you're eating meat, it's so bad for you, it's poisonous, and there's all kinds of like bacteria and all this other stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're subject to listeria and E. coli and everything from eating vegetables as well. Just like know what your food source is and know how clean it is. But I just thought that was unusual, is that Hot Pockets were recalled after glass and plastic contamination. And it would worry me if I ate Hot Pockets, which I don't. So I'm not worried about. Chris had a blister because he would eat them boiling right out of the microwave. Yeah, that's bad. It's like if anybody remembers the McDonald's apple pies. I don't know if they put those apple pies in the microwave or he actually heated them up in an oven. I don't know how they did that, but it was the same thing with the McDonald's apple pie, because it would there'd be a little thing of caution on the apple pie saying it was going to be hot, but it should say, caution, this apple pie contains hot lava. Because it essentially did the same thing. It would blister your mouth and everything, because the apple pie, you had to let them cool off, because the apple pie filling in the McDonald's apple pie was so hot, it would actually burn your mouth. They deep fried the apple pies. Oh, is that what it was? Okay, yeah. However it was, I just remember that like when you actually went to bit into it, that the apple inside it was so hot that you would burn your mouth. Same with pizza rolls, super hot. Yeah. I've had pizza, like hot pizza. I mean, and this is like oven baked pizza or fresh pizza, but I think it's the tomato sauce that retains the heat. And when you go, or maybe it's the mozzarella cheese, but I think it's mostly the tomato sauce that retains that heat. And when you take a bite of that pizza, you just like blister the top of your mouth eating hot pizza. People complain when they see a bug in their produce, but it doesn't get more natural or organic than that. Yeah, I mean, me, like I eat bugs, right? So like there was one, I think it was a salad mix. A woman bought a salad mix, and when she poured it out into the bowl, there was a tiny frog in the salad mix. I'm like, okay, at least I know there's no bugs in there. Haley, you subbed and liked. Well, that was sweet of you. Thank you very much. I hope you will join us more often now. They used to deep fry the apple. Yeah, Janice, I think Tom said the same thing about. Well, he said they used to deep fry the apple pie. How do they do it now? Do they even still have apple pies? Haven't actually been to a McDonald's to try regular menu items. When they come out with something unusual like the McRib or the what was it, the Scott, what is it, the something Scott meal and stuff like that. That's why I go to McDonald's, but I wouldn't just basically say try the apple pie and everything. Although I seem to remember them actually being pretty good. They did something similar to that in at Popeye's Fried Chicken. They have like a pumpkin pie, like that's very similar to that, and their pumpkin pie is really good. Deep fried pizza pockets are good. Gotta go. Oh, hey, Don. It was good to see you. Welcome, and hopefully we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. So take it easy and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I ate a cricket. Yes, you did, Haley. I think, was I there when you ate a cricket, or did you do it for Looney Foods? But yeah, I eat lots of cricket. Let's see. You see those two little tall things right there? Those are actually crickets. One is garlic flavored crickets, and the other one is lasagna flavored crickets. And we ate them on the show. Can we do another card, please? The Cassandra, it is your birthday. I would happily do another card for you. They bake the apple pies at McDonald's now. That's interesting. But they don't. It's not is it a microwave oven, or is it a traditional or a convection oven, or is what do they bake them in? Bidon. That's funny, sort of. Okay, let's see. We will do another card for the Cassandra, whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, Cassandra. Let's see. Really? Okay, well, I'm going to ask it anyways. What the hell? It is the Cassandra's birthday, and she deserves us to read every card that we come across. So here we go. What is the name of the fruit sauce which is a traditional accompaniment to the Christmas turkey? Again, the question, what is the name of the fruit sauce which is a traditional accompaniment to the Christmas turkey? We'll let that sit a little bit, and we'll talk some more. Let's see. Okay, we talked about Hot Pockets. Let's talk about, let's talk about spam. So there's a couple of articles on spam, but not spam. I'm going to call it pork luncheon meat, right? So sort of like I think if you just watched, was it last week, we did the episode on the pork. What did they call that? Luncheon burger or something? Spam luncheon burger. Spam luncheon burger, which is the spam and Oreo burger that Matt and I did last week. So I think typically it's considered luncheon meat. But I don't consider it luncheon meat because luncheon meat is something that you would slice like a deli meat and put in a sandwich like that. And I would never put spam in there. I would never eat spam like right out of the can. I'd make sure I cook it first. So, oh my God, that was awesome. Janice, you got the drop on Tom. That is hilarious. Tom, read what Janice wrote. You're going to laugh your butt off. It's funny. Okay, I'm starting to see answers. We'll hold off then for a second. So we're talking about spam. So apparently there is a company called Omni Foods, and the article said, this is from off CNN, the spam is so beloved in Asia that one company, Omni Foods, has invented a meat-free version of it. So it's a vegan spam. I don't know how to feel about that. But also, McDonald's Hong Kong launches its first vegetarian menu with Omni Pork Luncheon in Hong Kong and Macau. So in Hong Kong and Macau, they're actually serving this vegan spam at a McDonald's, which is really weird because they're serving spam at McDonald's, which is, I'm sorry, that's bizarre for us. That's bizarre for us in the United States. But you have to realize that in every other country outside of the United States, the McDonald's serve much better stuff than they serve here and more unusual stuff. So we actually did a Trippy food episode in Bogota, Colombia at McDonald's, where we had something called the Clubhouse Burger, which was like a really, really good burger. The meat was like really good. It was a Clubhouse Burger. It was, I can't remember what kind of cheese it was and everything. Really good, really fresh, delicious. And we also had their fried chicken. So not really that unusual that they're serving other things, but unusual that their first meatless item, as opposed to being Impossible Burger or Beyond Meat, is actually this Omni Foods pork luncheon. Here, let me see if I can bring that article up here for you. There we go. Yeah, well, the Cassandra, you said the spam and Oreo sandwich that what we had was interesting. It was interesting in that it wasn't disgusting, and I was expecting it to be disgusting. Now, we did it two ways. So on Reckless Eating, we did it the way that McDonald's in China did it, which was basically it was the spam, the crushed Oreos, not with the insides, but just the crushed Oreo cookies and mayonnaise. And so we did that for Reckless Eating. For Trippy Food, I substituted the mayonnaise, and basically I made old school Oreo filling. And the reason I say old school Oreo filling, because since the 1990s, Oreos have been made with artificial flavoring. I mean, it still has sugar in it, but prior to the 1990s, they used lard, which is pork fat, and so the Oreo filling was made with. I mean, typically in the past, cake frosting used to be made with lard as well. So you had lard and powdered sugar to make cake frosting, and it was the same with Oreo. The filling was lard and powdered sugar. I don't know what else they put in there. So for the Trippy Food one, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to kind of replace the Oreo filling and use an old school Oreo filling that I make myself. Then I made it with powdered sugar and lard. Now, one of the things that somebody mentioned and left a comment on it is that the sauce just seemed like it was a little bit runny, and it was. And the reason it was runny is because the ingredient or the recipe for making that included adding some gelatin, like I think a quarter of a ounce of gelatin in it. And so the problem was the reason it poured the way it did is I didn't let it set long enough. So by the time I was cleaning up afterwards, it was like the perfect consistency where you could actually like, spread it with a knife. But I didn't let it set long enough when we ate it. The taste was the same. It just wasn't the right consistency and everything. And so like, if you watch that, I think Matt liked it better than the way they were serving it in the McDonald's China, which was with mayo in it. So he liked it better with the Oreo filling as opposed to the mayo. So the Cassandra, when you say it was interesting, what was interesting was it wasn't really bad. As a matter of fact, it was kind of tasty. So I was surprised by that. I was expecting it to be disgusting, and it really wasn't. Sweet and salty, always going to make good pals. I suppose, like salted caramel, I'm just not a big fan of caramel because, Haley, and Chloe, are you leaving? If you're leaving, then bye, and I hope we will see you soon. I miss you as well, Haley. And Chloe, I miss you both. Found some canned luncheon meat that had a key to open. Oh my God, that must have been, was it like expired? Like the old days, thought it was so cool. I bought a can, but it was by far the worst smelling and bad tasting. Oh, so it wasn't expired. It was just a different brand aside from, it wasn't like Spam. Wow. See if you can find out what that was, what brand it was, if you remember, and we'll try it because I'm up for a challenge, and that sounds challenging. I hate the word runny. Like most people hate the word moist, I guess, right? Runny. All right, card. So the question was, what sauce? No, that was the last question. Sorry. What is the name of the fruit sauce, which is a traditional accompaniment to the Christmas turkey? And Janice, you were right. It is kumquat. I'm just kidding. It is cranberry, which that was a weird question because they said accompaniment to the Christmas turkey. I always think of cranberry sauce as the accompaniment to the Thanksgiving turkey, not necessarily the Christmas turkey. Usually Christmas, if you're going to eat like a bird on Christmas, it's usually goose. I don't know a lot of people that eat turkey on Christmas. I guess there are some, but traditionally I think it's goose that you eat on Christmas. And I don't think you're going to eat a goose with cranberry sauce. I could be wrong. Thanksgiving is only American, but then so is turkey. So turkey is a North American bird, and it wasn't introduced into Europe until, I would say, probably the 1600s. It was introduced to Europe, and probably slowly. Which is always funny because if you go to the like Renaissance festivals and everything, everybody has a big turkey leg, and during the Renaissance period in Europe, they would never have eaten a turkey leg because they would have no idea what a turkey was. Now, maybe it was maybe they ate peacock legs, maybe they ate swan legs, or some other large bird, but they didn't eat turkey legs because they didn't have them until the 1600s, and which was way after the Renaissance. So I always thought it was funny about the Renaissance. Renaissance festivals don't seem to be focused on traditional foods from the Renaissance period. I kind of wish they were. One we went to they had like toad in the hole, which I guess is traditional, and they had some meat pies and stuff that was traditional, but they kind of lose it on the turkey leg. Oh my God, that's good. Cranberries just go with turkey, doesn't matter the day. Yeah, I suppose. If you're going to be eating a turkey at Christmas, you might as well put cranberry sauce on it. You're absolutely right. Though I don't know that I think of cranberries as a Christmas fruit. But I don't know if I could come up with a Christmas fruit. I guess it would be nice if you use whole cranberries because then it would be kind of like holly berries, which are not holly berry. Holly berries, which would kind of look Christmassy, I think, and then maybe like put mint leaves or something like that in there, so you have that green and red like holly. I think that would be nice, but that's just me. Out of all the animals, I feel the least bad for eating turkeys. Well, you would, Julie, because do you get them where you live now? I know that the previous house that you lived in, that you had turkeys in the backyard. Now you're in a heavily wooded area. Close to New Hampshire and everything, so I would think that you do get a lot of turkeys in your yard. But I don't know. Do you see turkeys in your neighborhood? Turkeys are always jerks. Yeah, I heard they were very aggressive too. Like you want to be careful and not kind of approach them, because they can be really aggressive and they'll fly at you and stuff. I don't know how much damage they could do, but I wouldn't want to chance it. I always think to myself, if I was ever attacked by a bird, like when I lived up in Oregon, that Canada goose all over the place. They're like flying giant rats. They're all over the place, and you have to like run a gauntlet when you're walking through a parking lot. And I've been hissed at and snapped at and everything. But I always think, like, if one of those geese, if one of those Canada geese actually came flying at me, I would like punch it in the head and then take it home and eat it. But fortunately, I never had to do that. And maybe that makes me always a jerk, but that's not it. Not ever a heartwarming story of a sweet turkey. You're right, there isn't. I mean, there's what was Charlotte's Web, heartwarming story of a pig that was going to get eaten, but not a turkey. There's no Charlotte's Web version of turkey. You're absolutely right, Julie. Which there may be a missing literary opportunity right there. There's somebody writing a heartwarming story of a sweet turkey. Of course, it would be fiction, pure fiction, because they're just nasty critters. They never lost that dinosaur edge. Are they? How close to them are dinosaurs than other birds? Are they more dinosaur than other birds? I don't know that. Okay, another thing, because we have time. So another news. We're just going through those news items. Pythons might become a new menu item in Florida if scientists can confirm they're safe to eat. Now, so that's the tricky. The tricky part is that confirming the safe to eat, not because of what they eat, but because they live in the Everglades. Now, what people might not realize is that pythons are a severe nuisance and an invasive species in the Everglades. And the reason is because people have let their pets out, I guess. Maybe it got too big to keep in the house and they go, I'm just going to let it go in the Everglades. The problem is they have no natural predators. They eat alligators. They have no natural predators whatsoever. And so they thrive. Anacondas, pythons, boa constrictors, and everything, they thrive. And now they're a major nuisance because they're eating everything. They're eating all the other animals in the Everglades. They have no, like I said, no natural predators. So the thing is, because of like every other state and probably other countries where invasive species are a problem, the way to combat that is to eat them. And it's the same thing with iguanas in Florida and Puerto Rico. It's the same thing with nutria in Louisiana. When they become a nuisance and start damaging the environment, and everything, the obvious solution is you don't need a license for them to hunt them, kill them, eat them. But the problem with pythons in Florida right now is that the Everglades is polluted. And so the question is that the scientists are trying to determine whether they're safe by the level of mercury in their system, or the level of heavy metals. And I don't mean like that kind of heavy metal, of heavy metals in their system. And they want to make sure that they're safe to eat from that standpoint, that they don't have toxins and toxic chemicals in them. So that's what they're trying to determine right now. I think I might have already eaten some from the Everglades. My friend Anshu gets a lot of invasive species from different places where they're culling the number of animals in certain places. And I think I'm not sure where he got his python from, or they were raised specifically for food. I doubt it. But yeah. So if once they make that determination, then you might probably see pythons show more in marketplaces and things along those lines. I know that nutria became new. If you don't know what nutria is is a large rodent. They grow to about 3 feet long. They're not the world's largest rodent. I think they're in the top 5. I think beavers might be larger than them. Beaver is actually a rodent. Porcupine is a rodent. I think that might be a little bit larger. And then there's the capybara, which is the largest rodent. It's a ROUS, rodents of unusual size. And so in Louisiana, they were raising nutria, which are originally from South America, raising them for fur. And the problem was that because of the nature of New Orleans flooding and getting hurricanes, eventually these nutria got out, and they thrived in that environment and became a nuisance. And so the government of I think I might have just said Florida, but I meant Louisiana. The government of Louisiana, basically what they would do is they would buy the tails of the nutria from the trappers, and they would say, like, if you, for every tail you present for us, we'll give you $5. Well, the people who would trap these now invasive species, they would make $5 off the tail. They would sell the other fur, and they would sell the meat. But you should, I guess you're free to go if you want to go into the bayous and you want to catch one yourself and eat it and everything. There's no rule against it and everything. You don't have to have a license and everything. The thing about nutria is that the nutrias have this scent gland, so they have this kind of smell to them, but they also have a kind of swampy smell and taste to the meat, to all the meat. And so it takes some getting used to if you're not used to that and everything. I would say it's the strongest tasting rodent that I've eaten. And yes, I have eaten multiple rodents. But yes, pythons are invasive in Florida. I think we're late, but spit take on this? No, we're not going to do a spit take today. I'll have to do something like a. I don't want to do a spit take on purpose, but maybe at some point in time I'll eat or drink something that will cause a spit take, and I'll make sure to get that on camera for you. Also, Julie, as you may have noticed, what some people don't realize is that one of Julie's favorite things, or at least makes her laugh in our videos, is whenever they have one of those signs that you stick your face in, and I stick my face in and I go, "Hey!" at the beginning of all the episodes. Like, and we did that. Where did we did that? We did that at Sweet Pea Anderson's. We did that at the Cabrillo Aquarium when we were doing the Grunion runs. And so the thing is, I haven't done a lot of those. And the reason I haven't done a lot of those is COVID, dude. You're sticking your face in the thing that everybody else has stuck their face in. So I haven't done a lot of those because of COVID. I've run into a situation where I've been in a couple of them. I just haven't stuck my face in there because COVID. So, speaking of pea soup Andersons, I think we did pea soup Andersons in 2 episodes. So we did the one in Santa Nella, California. We did a whole episode on there where we were inside and we ate the split pea soup. And then in our California Central Coast video, we stopped by the original one in Buellton. And we kind of went to their little museum and everything. We didn't get the pea soup in there because that would be redundant. But we did stop at the one in Buellton. Now the one in Buellton is being sold. The building that it's in is being sold. And so it's a question of whether the people who buy the building are going to continue having pea soup Anderson in it. It's kind of up in the air right now. I think that's the desire is to. They're going to sell the building and all the extra spaces and everything. They're going to subdivide that into other offices and spaces and shops. But the question is pea soup Anderson going to remain there? And hopefully it does. A, because it was the original one in 1924, from 1924, and B, if that one goes away, leaves one left, which is the one in Santa Nella. There was a third one that was in Carlsbad, California. If you're driving down I-5 going down towards San Diego, on the left-hand side where the flower fields are, you can still see the windmill from where Anderson's was. But they're long gone. They haven't been there in years. So now down to 2, possibly down to 1. We'll have to see what happens. So just wanted to share that with you. Oh, also, one of the other things I wanted to share with you that I don't think I shared with you, Julie shared this information with me, is that, what is the name? I'm going to Whaley's. It's not Whaley's. It is Kowloon. So Kowloon is I'm going to call it a Chinese restaurant because people in the Boston area call it Chinese restaurant. It's in Saugus, Massachusetts on Route 1. And if you watched the episode that we did where we did Tacky Route 1, we didn't do that, and we should have done that. So basically, it's in this kind of tiki A-frame, big, huge A-frame tiki building. Julie actually had her rehearsal dinner, her wedding rehearsal dinner there, and they closed. So they were open decades. I mean, I think at least through the 1960s. I don't know exactly when they opened, but as a kid growing up in the Boston area, they were always there. They were always open. Now, I say they call it Chinese food because it's more like Polynesian kind of food. It's like poo-poo platters, spare ribs, fried wontons, chicken fingers, things along those lines. And then as far as the drinks go, the scorpion bowls and things along those lines. So it's more like tiki, more Polynesian than Chinese food. But people in the Boston area consider it a Chinese restaurant, and it's really not. But the thing is, again, it was this like the world's largest tiki hut. It's just a fun place, and really, I'm gonna kind of say tacky, but I mean that in a good way, in the same way that the Red Dinosaur, the Ship Restaurant, the Hilltop Cactus, and everything was. But they're closed now. I think closed permanently. Is that right, Julie? Work got canceled because of possible rain. Wow, that's weird. I suppose in some places like rain can be kind of scary, but they're selling Anderson's Pea Soup Restaurant in Buellton. Oh, I think we already started about it. Yeah, and Santana. They actually, Janice. So they're selling the property, not the restaurant per se. Although the restaurant comes with the property, so they're hoping that somebody will continue to keep the restaurant in that property, just on a smaller scale. But it's up in the air. They don't know. Wait a minute. Have you stuck your face in a lot of places, eating a lot of foods? Are you patient zero? No. But as far as patient zero goes, it may not necessarily be that they ate something. It is the handling of something. And so I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think there is an international investigation as to where the source. I think you're talking about COVID, of where the source of the COVID was. And so, because there's some speculation, because pangolins also carry COVID, and so the speculation is not that somebody ate bat soup or somebody even ate a bat. The speculation is that somebody was handling an animal that carried COVID, and it was in that handling of that animal, the live animal that carried COVID, that they got it. And it could have been, I think there are like palm civets, they carry it, pangolins carry it, bats carry it, of course. And so there's some speculation that it is because of the black market for these animals, that somebody was handling those animals and handling live animal, and not necessarily as food, but they don't know yet. So it was. I know that everybody threw that out there, that it was because somebody ate bat soup, but it's not necessarily the case. Might not have caught it in bat soup because the animal's already cooked. Sort of like armadillos. Armadillos can carry leprosy, but that's only if you handle the raw flesh. But the cooked animal, you don't have. There's no risk of catching leprosy from it. So I think that's what it is. Been thinking about when you said salmon cheesecake earlier. I bet it could be decent if you used a salty, savory crust and a thin layer of smoked salmon cheese. Oh, yes. The Cassandra, I'm going to find a way to make salmon cheesecake, and I will credit you for that. We're going to do a salmon cheesecake. There we go. Done. Consider it done. No, Julie, it's not Cantonese. It's Polynesian. I think Julie, if that comment was about I keep saying Wailus. It's not Wailus. Wailus is long gone. Kowloon. It's not Cantonese. It's Polynesian, which is different. Polynesian is like South Pacific Island cuisine. It's not Cantonese. They're open for a while. You may be able to get in before they actually shut down forever. Maybe not sure. I might not be able to get in before they actually shut down, because, I mean, you might be able to get in. Hey, it's Doodle. Comes for another snack. You know what, Doodle? I'm feeling generous. You can have a piece of chicken. I will not put hot sauce on it either. There was a restaurant in Culver City called, here you go. And off he goes. Let's see. There was a restaurant in Culver City called Kelbo's that was a tiki place. Do you know it? It was famous. I don't know it. How long has it been gone, or is it gone? If it's not gone, I will find out and I will go. But the thing about a tiki place is that the cuisine, like I said at Kowloon, the cuisine is Polynesian cuisine. So again, poo-poo platter with extra toilet paper. Just kidding. Poo-poo platter, spare ribs, chicken fingers, fried wontons, or what do they call those? Crab rangoon, I think they call that. and things like that. So it's a Polynesian thing. It's not necessarily a Chinese thing. But for some reason in the Boston area, they consider that Chinese food. It's like even a lot of things that bill themselves as Chinese restaurants, and you go in there, that's the kind of food they have. It's not really Chinese, but they do have stuff like egg foo young and things along those lines as well. Rangoons are really good. I haven't had one in years because there's not a lot of Polynesian restaurants out here. Right out here, it's like the hardcore Chinese restaurants. So Doodle's back for more chicken, but he can't have any more chicken. So we are winding it down now because it is 3 p.m. and I was busy yapping. It got quiet out there. I want to make sure, last chance, did I miss anything? Yes, I did miss something because Steve Russell asked what I think of preserved duck eggs. I like them occasionally. Sometimes they can be really ammoniated in the middle and everything. If by preserved duck eggs, I think you mean like the 1,000-year-old eggs. I like them okay in small amounts. I want to do more with them though. So I'm thinking of doing some other things with preserved duck eggs. I think if you look at our Easter episode, I think 2 years ago, Matt and I ate Easter bunny and Easter eggs, but one of the Easter eggs we ate was the preserved duck egg. And like I said, the smell and the ammoniated taste can turn some people off, but you know, I'm okay with it. It's not something I would eat as a snack on a regular basis, but you know. I have a creation to finish. I'm off to see the wizard on the putty papers. Well, Tom, actually, honestly, we're about ready to wind it down. So we're at 3 o'clock. I just wanted to make sure that I caught everybody. Again, this was something that Terry TH mentioned on the last stream because I missed a statement from him, and it's because we're getting popular, and I just don't want to miss stuff. So if I missed you, throw it out there. We'll get it real quick. Otherwise, I will see you all soon. The Cassandra, again, happy birthday, and thank you for joining us on your birthday and making us a part of your birthday celebration. I'll be gone next week. Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, if you get a chance, you know, catch us on the iPhone or something. But other than that, we will see you when we get back. Again, on this, what's turning out to be a rainy Southern California day, it was great to see everybody. The high point of my week. I love this community. I love this little group. I get so much from it. And I hope you do too. So hopefully we will join you same bat time, same bat channel next week, unless something's different, and I will let you know. Otherwise, remember that even though it's 2021, it's still crazy out there. So please take care of others. Please take care of yourselves. Please be careful, and we'll see you soon.